in the meditative practice, when you're starting out to learn how to clear your mind of thoughts, because most of our thoughts are racing. It's when you practice meditation, you begin to control and silence and filter those thoughts. And when you can slow the thoughts from coming in, you have more time to identify the thought that you're having. This is mindfulness. So then you can determine which are yours thoughts and which are someone else's thought. Which thoughts are worth putting some more actions, more thoughts behind, and then putting into action. Which ones are worth? So it's a frequency. So you can feel the frequency. If you can think something in your mind, so there's a thought, an energy that comes with the thought that you want, the frequency that you want. If you can filter through the thoughts that come into your mind to determine which one match the frequency that you're at, that's what's going to come out. And then you just let it flow. No hesitation, no doubt. Then you should be able to get a point of trusting the thought that pops into your mind is the answer to your question. But it's about having a direct line. If there's distortion, if there's fears and things like that, so that can disrupt your ability to receive information. So, yes. So thoughts. Yes. So focusing on what actually matters. And so this is about focusing your thought and then so meditation clears the mind out, whatever, and then you will be able to receive thoughts better. Your brain is a receiver. So then that's what's being, like, you think of it like your third eye is connected to your thoughts, your belief, and it's like a Game Boy. So this is your card slot. Whatever thought you implant in here, that's what's going to project out here. So be mindful of what you implant here, right? And what plays in our mind if we're distracted from what's actually going on in front of us. Again, then that's when we're either worried about the past, obsessing about the future, comparing ourselves to someone else. We're worried about what somebody else is doing, what somebody else have, what we don't have. Then you just start getting in this paranoid state, right? And then it's not good. So when you don't focus on anybody else and you don't give people that residency in your mind, and you stay focused on yourself and what you need to do, then at that point you don't have time to be worrying about nobody else. And then that's what's going to put you on track to getting in alignment. So that's just where it starts. Then what it does is it starts to filter. And when you settle on a frequency, energy, whatever, and you start bringing it down, all you're doing is maintaining that frequency all throughout. And that's basically like you're sending your request into the universe. The less interference you have after that, the less distortion you allow, the more you allow it to flow through the path, the answers will come. The way, the possibility will come. But when you sit and you keep distracting yourself, because right, it's just sending it down. But when you aren't staying on the belief, now you're altering the message before it even has time to reach its destination. So that's why it's about the persistence of a thought that gives the thought life. That's what makes it something real. That's what can allow it to exist in your actual physical reality after it processes in here. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. People try to do it off of a vision. If you want to envision something, I mean, you can, but you only gonna see what you envision. So it's like so I'm saying if you want more, I mean, you can think of more, but do you not have an issue with thinking too little of yourself? Yeah, so that's gonna limit the outcome. So it's just awareness. And I don't know, I forgot what I was saying, but it's relevant to say it's not about avoidance of the darkness. It's about learning how to thrive in the darkness, like a lotus flower. And that's what's gonna be your success. Not an aversion or an avoidance of the dark or the bad or the negative, but when you gain a deep understanding of it, by not running away from it, it takes away all the fear and the curiosity. So those are examples of distortions in a genetic. In terms of genetic healing, there's blocks and the resistances that exist in our DNA. They come from belief systems, and that's everything it is. So limiting belief systems are what cause our sickness, our blockages, fears, the doubts. When we create our own ceilings by speaking what we can and cannot do. And that becomes an invisible ceiling that even though there's nothing really there, we don't believe we can go past it. We don't believe we can get to a certain point. So you're literally speaking your own limitations into existence every time you believe that you're not capable of doing the impossible. When you believe that you're not doing something that no one else has done before. And you will hesitate, you will pull back, you will stop yourself. Because you'll say, oh, I'm not supposed to get that far. Ow! Oh my gosh. Sorry. Fucking fruit fly. That thing was so close to my ear. What the hell? I do not like stuff that flies. I don't like them little. They just irritated me so bad. Distortion. Clear path, killer signals, no doubt, no hesitation. Act. Don't deny yourself. Ooh.